Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Okay, baby! A-OK Application of Knowledge Podcast. We back in here, man. Oh, okay. We back in here, man. We on episode 26 or something like that, I think.
Really?
Yeah, man. We got half a year.
That's 20 hours of content.
That's half a year, baby. Half a year.
Oh, yeah.
Half a year. Hey, shout out to our subscribers, man. We had like 1,000 plus. Yeah, I mean, that's much more than the other one.
Why does our subscriber count sound like a minority community?
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Take what you can get. But hey, man, we appreciate everyone who rock out with us every single week. And Chris James is here once again. You know, got the glasses on once again.
What?
Stephen Michael's here. You know, he always on his phone at the beginning. You already know what I mean.
It's content.
An animated male. Just being me.
Oh, okay.
Where's
you give yourself just a regular.
Right.
Do you think that I am going to say anything else that's great? That's not great.
Okay.
So how have you all been? I feel like I haven't seen Stephen.
Steven's definitely been on some
Stephen been in my
Dungeon Warrior type.
Ninja Naruto mode. You know what I mean?
I?
He's like one of those
Have
shinobi.
I?
He's like a shinobi that be working with the Ambu. He's like Ambu. He's Ambu. You working with the Hokage. You only come out when at the village is in danger, man.
Hey, man, I've been doing some things. You know what I mean?
You've been doing some things?
Yeah, man. Basically playing catch up. You know, as you guys know, I had the children here. For over a month. And
Really?
5 weeks, right?
The children were here for I didn't even notice.
Oh, I didn't even notice either.
I did. But yeah, man, it was so I'm basically playing catch up and just focus on fitness and wellness.
Fitness.
Yeah, I'm not fitting none of that. But other than that, man, I've been real good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm real good.
Chris, how you been,
Yeah,
man?
I'm perfect.
You perfect?
Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
No, he is perfect.
Yeah.
I agree, he is perfect. And so am I. So are you. You are.
Thank you.
You are perfect. And I am doing fucking fantastic.
Wow.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, man. You know what? I can't wait to feel even better. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's
It's never good enough, huh?
Hey.
Never.
Oh,
good enough.
it's definitely good enough, but I'm not selling for fantastic.
I don't want to just feel fantastic.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking forward to more of this, man. You know what I mean? My energy level, my mood has been ecstatic.
What is there? Was there a catalyst? Or is it just like?
I don't know. I think it was hanging out with friends and also completing things and getting things accomplished and finishing stuff. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm moving more into my groove. And also learning new things is always pretty cool.
Sounds like you got a new love interest or something.
No.
No. It does sound like that,
like.
but I know that's not what he's talking about.
Oh, no. I mean,
We know.
he
in the Sahara.
I'm back out in the streets. You know what I mean? But nah.
Nothing yet.
Nah, man.
Speaking of, because we were talking about that. I did a I don't want to call it a poll, or I guess you can call it a poll on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And because because now that you're back out here,
I'm tiptoeing, but yeah, I mean.
okay, you dipping your toes in the water.
Yeah, I mean, my toes in the water, still got my, you know what I mean?
Well,
Still got your shorts on.
maybe there's a little bit of insight that I can give you as you go back out into the waters.
You want to give me insight?
I don't know. Maybe you'll get no insight. I mean, there's gonna be insight. It may be good, maybe not be good.
All right, well,
I'm with it.
So I put a poll or a question out on my Instagram, and I'm just gonna tell you guys about it. So I went into a store the other day, and I had to return something for Amazon, and I had to go to Kohl's to do it because for whatever reason they didn't give me the option to go to Whole Foods.
Sorry.
You can go to UPS too.
Yes, but Kohl's always gives you a $5
Kohl's Cash.
to
Oh
get you to
my
buy something.
God.
And
They
I
still on that.
Wow.
and they have, and honestly, I
They
like
get
Kohl's,
you. They be getting you.
and they be having deals in there. So I'm like, let me just go to Kohl's and see if they got anything. So they had, you know what I mean? Like I got me a little graphic shirt. You know what I'm saying? They were like $12, $5 cold cash. You know what I mean? It was like $6, but tax or whatever. So anyway, so I go. And the girl, I go up to the register, and the girl looks at me, and she sees me standing in line, and she's like off to the side, and she like comes over to a register, and she's like, hey, come on down here. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I go up to the register, and the first thing that she says to me, she was like, oh, this is a nice shirt. Like, this is cool. Like, I like anime too. So because I got it's like a Dragon Ball Z shirt, and I was like, all right, cool. I was like, that's what's up. Like, that's what's up. And then she just looks at me and she just smiles. And then she's going and she's ringing me out or whatever. And then she like sees my bracelet, which AHA bracelet.
Okay, rock.
And then she just was like, oh my God, I love your bracelet. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. I was just like, okay, well, you know what I mean? I'm a health and wellness coach. And it's my brother's brand.
Was she out of shape? I think she was, but go ahead.
Why are you even asking
What does that
that
even matter?
question?
What is out of shape?
Huh?
Was she I would talk to her.
Oh,
She wasn't.
Okay. Continue your story. Continue your story.
So anyway, oh my, you're the worst. Anyway, so I was just telling her a little bit about it, and just the whole time, like, I can tell she's very interested in what I'm saying, and she's just like, that's really cool. Like, that's really good of you. You seem like you have a really good heart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to cash out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's
Right.
having a whole, like, building up this whole conversation with me, really engaged. What do you what? You look like you have something to say.
No, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So I put a question out on my Instagram, and I was like, well, listen, if you get compliments just randomly, do you think that is someone just being nice, or is that someone that's flirting? So I was trying to poll women in particular because, I mean, that's just mostly what I have on my Instagram, not for any reason. But anyway, so I got a couple responses, and there's some repeats, but I'm just read you guys a couple of the ones that I got. So I asked, I'm sorry, my question was, I said, ladies, what do you do to flirt? So do you give a man a cue that you're interested? Right? So trying to determine what do women do that men could deem as flirting, because I think that
You say hi to me. Oh shit.
right, exactly. So I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't know if this is flirting or if she's just being nice, or let me just ask some ladies. So interestingly enough, I actually had a couple people that had a really hard time, like really being very clear about what it is. Like,
That's not surprising.
right, it's not. So some people were just kind of talking, and they just were just like, well, I do this or I'll do this, and if he does this, I do this, and it's like that doesn't tell me what that means. Like, so anyway, so the one person said an arm touch could be a huge indicator. So I guess she would touching somebody. Someone else said locking eyes, subtle touches. Someone said, did you get the digits? Eye contact, so we can say so much without saying anything. One other person said, be direct. Say, would you like my number to go out sometime? That's very direct. So that's what she would do to flirt.
Yeah, clearly that never happened.
That's not even flirting. That's just like, I want you.
I mean, listen,
I need
this is what I'm getting.
And I want you.
I give a look and a compliment. And one person said, I don't flirt because it usually results in rejection. So a couple touches. So I guess
that was the most consistent thing.
That was the most consistent thing, and eye contact.
Eye contact and touching.
So What's you guys' opinion on that? Because I have my own opinion because I've had time to think about this, and I have I know how I flirt, but what are you guys' opinion on this? A hush falls over the crowd. Maybe women don't know how to flirt.
Don't give him an opinion.
Oh, okay.
Women flirt. So the question is, you said the opinion, but there was so much.
Yeah,
He said so many words.
Okay, what is the opinion on women flirting?
I asked women, how do you flirt? Mm-hmm. This is what I got.
So now, how do you think women flirt?
Well, no, I just want to know his opinion on what I just said, and whatever.
I'm going to pass it to Chris.
Mel said too many
I'm
words.
going to pass it to
I
Chris,
can't-
and then I will be able to understand based on his response.
I mean, this is actually interesting. It's very telling because I've had time to process this, but in the moment, I was having conversation with other people, and I'm like, you're not really saying anything.
I mean, because, like, I feel as if people, because, like, some people are genuinely nice.
Right.
And, like, just because they're nice.
What percentage of people are genuinely nice and just compliment people just because they see?
I think that,
I don't know if there's a percentage, but there was this girl I went to school with. Really bad, nice, attractive
she was
girl.
bad.
Yeah, she was like a prom
bad.
queen, and, you know, she's a very bubbly personality.
high school?
Yeah, she has fun with
She
people.
can probably say now.
And no, she has that same personality now. Like she's a
We're
really
not
good
talking about
dancer.
personality.
You talking about flirting?
We're talking about looks.
Oh
Does
no,
she still,
no.
She's still bad.
no,
still bad?
She's still pretty.
What's
Oh,
her- what's- what's-
that's rare.
She's you know she got a family and all that, but she's
Oh, okay.
you know,
All
she's
right,
doing
we'll leave
her
her
thing.
alone.
But I remember when I was in high school, I was coming up from a I guess what's that, a rebound they call?
Yeah, did you break up with somebody?
Oh no, I got my heart broken. I was like,
Okay, yeah, you
I
was on
need
the
someone-
rebound.
I need
Yeah, you was
someone
on the
to fill
rebound.
this void.
Wow.
You know, and like this girl, she was nice. I can't necessarily say if she was attracted to me or not, because she did mention like, hey, you know, I don't want to necessarily be a rebound, you know, that type of thing. But she was bubbly, nice, and warm, and I can see how that can also come off as if you're flirting. And just because someone's, you know, just being a nice person and they're the opposite sex and you find them attractive, you don't necessarily have to be like, okay, they're flirting with me. You just perceive that as flirting. But it's not too often that, well, when, I don't know, I can't necessarily, because also me,
Right.
I am oblivious.
There we go.
I am oblivious to a lot of.
Which is why you're having such hard time with this question.
Yeah, because I mean, like I get it.
keep
It's
clipping.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I get oblivious when like women, I guess, because girls like me, and it's not even on my radar. I'm not even thinking about that, you know, because if a girl was flirting with me, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know unless they were to be like, hey, you wanna, you know, catch
Unless someone was direct and said, "Hey, can I get your number?"
or
that'd be it. Listen, that doesn't ever happen.
if they touch me and be like, oh man, this is a nice shirt. What is this? That type of vibe. I'll be like, oh, hold on. You know, that maybe, but I'm not sure if that happens because I don't really like people touch me like that. But yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I think that the confusion that we have had just having this conversation, it lends itself to the overall, question. Women, there's not going to be a consensus on how women flirt. See, men and women are just fundamentally different in how we approach things, and because there is no, like, women will give you 100 different answers on how they flirt. Some things that a woman will say, well, this is how I flirt, another woman would deem inappropriate. It's their spectrum is just all over the place. Men are simple. If we compliment you and we we look at you and we attempt to hold some type of conversation, 80% of the time we're interested.
I absolutely agree.
Unless it's like a work thing or whatever. If I'm out randomly and I'm talking to a girl that I don't know, I'm probably interested.
I went to Walmart and there was a girl coming in and she was trying to get a cart, but the cart was like stuck and she couldn't get the cart, and I'm coming out And I'm like going out with my cart, like, okay, well, I'll just give her my cart. And she's gorgeous. She had like this big afro, and it was like natural, like brown, like, I mean, she just.
Was she a sister?
She was.
Who else has big brown afros like that?
I mean, you know.
Hey man, there's a lot of people out here, a lot of imposters.
But
man.
as soon as as soon as I saw her, I just literally was like, oh my God. Like I started to melt.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. And it's I don't see girls
That's
out like
rare.
that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like she was just like this most gorgeous girl ever. It
Right.
just was a girl that would be like, who I would be like, this is what I like. Right. You know what I mean? And I was walking out, and I feel like it's just a missed opportunity. I gave her my cart, and she just was like, oh yeah. And I'm just like, I just have to tell you, your hair is gorgeous. Like, literally just like that. I mean, hand, everything. Like, like I really like, and she just was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I literally just stopped and looked at her for a second. And I was like, okay.
See you later.
Hey, man, listen, it's difficult.
Who are you talking?
Like,
shoot.
What do you mean?
It's difficult for all of us.
I know, I'm not saying.
Nah,
I'm just
I'm
saying this in
saying,
general,
go
right?
ahead.
It's difficult. And I don't think that women, like, understand how difficult it is.
Yes, they do. That's the reason why they don't do it.
Do you think they do?
Oh yeah. Ask if you talk to any women and you say, man, why don't you approach? Because I've had
But
these
they get
conversations.
hit on by men all the time.
Right, so they never need to approach. But when
Right.
I ask them, I have this conversation. How you're always waiting for some dude to come to you.
Right.
You're always hoping that the right guy. You're always trying to send a signal. Why don't you go talk and approach? I'm scared. What if they don't want me? What if they reject me?
Well, that's
all
what,
the time.
That's what we go through.
Right. Exactly. And so my point is, because women are going to have this spectrum of how they flirt, why don't you all just simply have a conversation, do whatever you do, and then, hey, would you like to exchange numbers? That's it.
But Steven, according to Steven, doesn't like that.
Wait, what?
You don't like that.
I don't like what?
You don't want the woman. Because in previous episodes.
Yes.
Oh, when I said I don't like being
Pursued.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the initial conversation.
Well, I think we did get into that a little bit because I was just like, I was saying pursuing is different from, someone just
An icebreaker.
An icebreaker.
I mean, the
initializing
opportunity was there for you.
But that was all me. It wasn't her.
But she doesn't know anything, so she's.
I mean, listen.
If she would have came on your way and approached you, since you thought she was attractive, you probably would have talked to her.
I would have.
So I guess that comment of saying pursue, because she pursued you.
She didn't pursue me. But no. When I mean pursue,
You mean like going crazy hard?
yeah, because I got roasted in that video. Actually,
Did you?
Yes. But when I say pursuit, I'm talking about like in my inbox, like coming at me, like
Right.
continuing to hit me up.
So showing interest in you.
No.
On a consistent basis.
No, pursuit. No, Mel, there's
She's
a
trying to
difference.
court you?
No, she is actively going hard. Like,
What if it's an attractive woman that meets your standards?
if I'm
and she pursues you the way that you say you don't want to be pursued.
Those are exceptions to the rule.
there are thank you, Chris. There's exceptions.
So there's an exception. So you
Yeah,
like to be pursued.
but I still
Yes.
don't particularly like it.
Mel.
You said what?
I still don't particularly like it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Will I deal with it? Yeah, well, because if I'm interested, I want the attention, and I'm going to be wanting the same energy I'm giving her. So I'm going to be giving just as much. So I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'm getting back what I'm giving. But in this situation with that girl in the store, I mean, it was very obvious that Steven was attracted to her, right? There was no, number one,
It was obvious to you.
I mean,
Because if she looks like that, then she gets those looks all the time.
But that's men. That's how they flirt. But you said 80%. I mean, I would agree with that. I don't. I mean, it's very rare that I will give somebody a compliment if I don't find them attractive. Like even
Yeah,
if I
it is.
seriously, like even if I saw like a girl's nails, right, and we're at the grocery store and she gives me, I mean, whatever, if I like her nails and if I don't think she's attractive, I'm not gonna compliment her.
Oh, I do that. I compliment.
Right, you're part of the 20%.
20%.
I mean, every once in a while, if there's some other interaction, maybe.
The thing is, like, I don't necessarily do it with the intentions of trying to flirt.
Right.
I do it because it makes people feel good. Just to hear something like,
Right.
okay, I went out of my way to get my nails done, to get my hair done. Oh, wow, I see that. Oh, those are some nice earrings. Those are some nice nails.
Yeah.
And regardless if it's a flirting thing, it makes people feel good.
That's
people
correct.
feel better when people acknowledge something that they put effort into.
And then does that make you feel good?
Yes, it makes me feel good to make other
So it's a
people feel good in
reciprocal
a sense.
situation.
I don't do it for that, though. I genuinely.
I understand
if
that.
I see
but if it
something-
made you feel bad, you wouldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a symbiotic. It's fine. It's not. I'm just asking.
But just in general, though, I mean, I typically give compliments when I'm interested in a woman. So, I mean, for me, it was easy. Like, I asked the question, but for me, it's easy. Like, how do you flirt? Number one, I'm going to give you compliments. I'm going to actively show that I'm interested in the way that I'm speaking. I'm going to show attentiveness to you. My body language will be more open, and I'm going to give you eye contact. Right? I mean, we're talking about seconds. You know, we're not talking about in these situations. But obviously, over a period of time, let's say you work together, right? That's when you can really start to establish something. Right?
But ultimately the outcome is the same if you don't just simply ask for her number, because it is a micro interaction. So body contact, blah, blah, blah. Women aren't about to pick up on that and be like, yo, would you like to go out sometime? You're going to have to close the deal. So it really doesn't even matter how men flirt, because you're always going to have to be direct. Like, what percentage of women, Mel is like the exception to the rule, but it's like, what percentage of women approach men and ask them for their number, or, you know what I mean? Ask, or even, hey, would you like to take me out sometime?
Would you like to take me out sometime?
Like, it's so rare. I've been approached a handful of times. I could probably only say one time by somebody that I was actually interested in. You know what I mean? And it's so rare. So I just think we need to.
You've never been approached. Oh, it's rare. that you've been
You mean
approached?
that direct? You mean
So as far as someone either DMing me or approaching me and being like, yo, Chris, whether they know me or not, yo, you're attractive. Would you like to go out sometime? Can we exchange numbers? There's only been one in my entire life that approached me, and I was like, oh, she's actually like my type.
Yeah.
One. I have had so many interactions with women. We travel, we're in school, we're doing as many women all across the nation that I've been exposed to. One has approached me. That's insane.
I mean,
if I was hideous, I would, you know.
Why do you think that is, though?
Culture. It's the culture. The culture tells women you can't pursue a man, and women interpret them.
No. Why is it specifically for you? Like, why do you think that?
I'm
Are you
confused
saying
now.
it's the
I thought he was answering
I
the
thought I was
question.
answering
because you said the culture. I'm talking about because
The
it would apply to me as well. But you say I'm the exception.
Wow,
Yeah,
how
you're
often-
the exception to the rule. So when you have a certain look, right? Whether it's the bad boy look,
I don't
or,
have a bad boy look. What do I have a bad boy look? Do I look like a bad boy?
You look like
I am innocent.
It's not about. It's not
Bro,
about
I
who
am-
It's not about who you are.
I am
It's
innocent.
about how you dress. It's about how you walk, how you carry yourself.
I sit still.
No,
Oh,
no.
jeez.
You sit
This
still.
man.
I sit. What do I do? When we were out at bars or clubs or whatever.
Mel, I understand that you don't get this, okay? I'm not gonna try and explain it. When women like bad guys,
You look like a rapper.
it's not.
I'm a rapper, but I'm
Okay,
not, I'm not
alright.
a bad guy.
It's
Hold on,
not.
no.
Oh my
I don't.
God.
I look like a rapper. Hold on. That's why women.
You dress like a rapper.
women approach me because I look like a rapper.
What do they want?
I don't know what they want. They see what they like and they say, "Hey, who is that?" I don't know.
It's okay. Look, at the end of the day, the fact that you can't, you don't know that your swag is different from mine. Like you can't tell. You think we're the same?
Look,
We're all different, man.
I don't know. Maybe I just perceive humans. I don't know. So continue with your culture thing.
So
you said it was culture.
So dismissive.
It is. It's a culture. You know what I mean? Look, 100 years ago, I would have been the guy. You know what I'm saying? So the intellectual guy with the glasses, the Malcolm X kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been the dude 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It's just the culture's changed, and what women have been bred to desire. You hear them say it all the time. I want a bad guy.
Just like same thing with with guys. Like, I mean,
you never had a girl approach you and say, "Yo, what's good"?
Not someone that I was interested in. No. Not someone that I actually liked. I've had women approach me, but most of them I don't actually like.
And that makes a big difference, because there are women out there, and this is no shade to them. There's women out there that men aren't checking for whatever reason, and so then they just develop the habit of approaching men because what else are they gonna do? But anyway, yeah. So it's the culture. I don't have the look.
But I'm sorry.
People, the girls. I will say that the girls who do like my look, they love me. Like I could do no wrong. So it's very hot or very cold with me. I think that you appeal to a broader audience of women. I think you have a look that they want. You're not necessarily a bad guy, but you have bad guy energy.
Paint me in a
no, that's
bad
not.
Guy energy.
That's not.
It's
bad. I have BGE.
Oh my
I got
God.
BDE, not no B.
Oh. No, it's not a personality thing. It's just a look.
I don't get it. I don't get how
okay.
I look
If you-
bad.
if
Like
you-
I'm a
Oh
bad
my
guy.
God.
If you take the standard of women 30 years ago and what we found attractive, it was slim and big breast. Like the Dolly Parton ages, like
I've always
pretty
been an
face.
ass guy.
He's talking about.
I'm talking about just in
sorry,
general.
about the greater
I'm
hoe.
saying that was the standard of beauty. Women were getting implants. They were trying to be as small as possible. That was the standard of beauty.
They had gym equipment that would roll their butt to make it as flat as possible.
Right. They didn't want to have. Yes. They didn't want to have big butts. Like
Okay.
that
Yeah, I guess
wasn't.
that's for white people then. That has to be because black girls don't be like, I want to have a flat booty.
I mean,
Well-
since when? So since now.
No, it's always been like that.
I mean, I'm not saying that they did, but what I'm saying is the standard of beauty. You're talking about the gym equipment. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the standard of beauty, right? I mean, Kevin Samuels always just talk about Soul Train, and you look at the women on there; they were very
Slender.
slim.
Yeah, they were slender.
Right, and then if
But black chicks always had.
they,
too.
yeah, but
They
that's,
always
but
had
that was
curves,
that's,
yeah.
But that's just the makeup,
That's
right?
genetics,
I'm not talking about
yeah.
that. I'm talking about the standard of beauty and what the media puts out for us to say we like this. And then what has happened over the years is that, let's get health, right? Due to the food that we eat and how we eat and our processed foods and all this, everybody is now starting to get bigger. So now the standard of beauty has changed. We're no longer looking for, just in general, we're no longer looking for very slim, big breasts. Now we're saying, well, we want thick thighs, we want a big butt, and we want a big chest and a small waist, right? So the standard has changed to match what we're seeing in just people in general. So for men, it used to be men. They wanted a men that would wear a suit. They'd be dressed up. They'd have slacks on with they'd look nice. The bad boys would wear maybe they would have the leather jacket with the white shirt. You know what I'm saying? Or
The
they
ripped
would
jeans.
You know what I'm saying? The ripped jeans, whatever. Like that would be like the bad boy, right? But the women always love the little bad boy. They always like the little edginess to them, right? So what Chris is saying is that his years ago he would have been in. Right? But he's not necessarily in because that's not what women particularly are looking for. Now, whether they say it or not, they'd be like, well, I don't want that. But if you look at what women are attracted
Look at
to,
outcomes. That's
just
all.
look at outcomes,
That's
right? They go for the bad boy, which is why they all say men ain't shit. They all say, well, all men are dogs. It's not. No, they're not. There's plenty of women in marriages, relationships. There's plenty of great men. But the ones that are single for a reason. The ones that are going out there and they're doing women dirty are you're getting them for a reason because they have that look. So, and I'm not saying that's what the look you have.
I'm a bad boy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But you have.
I'm the bad
You
guy.
have very cultured swag. Right?
You have
are
edge.
Up. You're
just
up
take
with the
it as a
time.
compliment.
No,
it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Let's put some pictures.
I just don't.
Let's put some
view
pictures
it as
of
that.
Mel.
I don't see what. Anytime we went out, I dressed up. I didn't like back in the day when we were in the hood.
Getting
Why?
it, man.
You're not getting it.
not
It's
getting
not
it.
a bad thing.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't see how I'm viewed as the bad boy.
No, Mel. You are on the edge. You're in.
Bro, look at your
You're in.
clothes. Look at you got rips and everything.
You have rips sometimes.
my
I can't even buy ripped jeans. They don't even make them in my size. I have one
So
pair.
they look at me and be like, "Yo, I like those ripped jeans. I gotta holler at
It's
him."
not-
No, they say you got swag. You got. Oh, you look like you got something going on. You look like it's in.
You look like the standard of what people view as someone who is popular, someone who has money, someone who has some sort of status, gets attention. Okay, that's the
You're
look
tall,
you have.
You got good beard.
Now
Come on. I mean, what?
I'll accept it, but
It's not a bad
I'm not-
thing.
Steven,
not-
I am not ever thinking it's a bad thing. I don't, even if it was whatever. I just don't see the whatever you all see.
That's
That's
fine.
normal.
That's how you are in general. That's why it's not a point of trying to explain. Like, let's just move on because it's.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
I'm the bad guy.
Oh, wow. Yep,
I
you're the
have
ba-
the bad
you're the bad
boy look.
So you asked me a question. I answered the question. The reason why women will often approach you and
'cause
you
of culture.
it's
They often approach me because
because you have the look that they want. There's 20% of men who are getting 80% of the attention from women.
Right.
That's just what it is. Like, that's what it is. I don't fit into that 20%. With everything that I have going for me outside of my actual appearance.
What about Corey?
Yes.
Is it because? Is it his swag, his presence, or is it his he's light skinned and with his eyes?
I mean that adds to it also though. But he also dressed like he wore bright colors. He wore crazy earrings. Like
He wore J's.
I mean,
And think about all the people that these girls would have seen growing up. Birdman, Wayne,
There you go.
any rapper really, all of the most popular people, that's how they dress. So they equate that with them.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are probably like, Chris, no, you're off. It doesn't matter because at the
No.
end of the day, outcomes matter.
No.
Like,
Because here's the thing, like people will see that and they'll say, "Well, I don't like that."
Right.
Okay, it sounds really good.
Yes.
It sounds good, but if you had three guys side by side, they were all the same. Like there's most.
What about your body language? Because a lot of times when we're
That's part of your
out,
swag.
no. Well, a lot of times when we're out, your facial expression, you look unapproachable. Because if you see a girl, yeah,
He is unapproachable.
If you see
Yes,
a
I'm
girl
unapproachable, yeah.
who's happy and smiling, you'd be more opted to approach her. But if she's mean mugging people or like, nah.
She got that
So-
resting
Yeah.
face.
So
Yeah.
when I'm out, because I've trained myself to just have like a little smirk on, because a lot of times I don't care about what people going on, and I'm just enjoying the people that I'm with, So I'm not. I typically have a smile or I'm laughing. So I don't necessarily say that's swag. It's your body language.
that's good pushback, Mel. The problem is this isn't about just me or just you. When you look at things holistically, there's plenty of dudes out there. Look, we have an associate friend.
I mean, if you want to say his name, I can bleep it. Don't
I mean, I don't know if it matters. Very, very approachable, very friendly,
But he's-
very talkative.
but he's annoying.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It's you when you look at it holistically, it doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, Corey's not approachable. Think about Corey in the club. He's not a pro. He's not like
just-
out there
he used to just
dancing.
be
He'd be
posted up,
posted on the
chilling.
wall with a just a straight face. So it's not that. I understand that definitely adds. Maybe I would have got 2 girls in my lifetime if I smiled more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's not going to be like, think about that, Mel. I have 1. How many do you have? How many girls have approached you?
I don't know.
Wow.
More than you can count. So the point is, there's a discrepancy. So I have to work extra
But at least
hard.
you got game. I gotta struggle with
Well,
like, yo, hey man, I got this
when
anime collection.
when they come, you don't have a system in place.
You know,
I'm like,
if you combine the powers, you'd be unstoppable.
Yeah.
But you know, that's balance, I guess.
you know, I mean, but I guess I haven't been out lately, so I haven't really been. I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It is what it is. And as Chris stated, I think that's just the culture we live in. So in general, just a general broad statement. Obviously, this is a very small amount of people that I had, like reach out and respond. But in general, I just think that men are better at flirting because we have to be.
We don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice. Like, even as much as women say, well, I flirt and I do this. No, you don't.
No.
Because we don't see it. It doesn't, you think you're flirting, it doesn't come across.
It doesn't register.
So, and a lot of times I think what will happen is, this is my thought process. A lot of time women will think they're flirting, but it's just like, we see that as, well, that's just you, right? We don't actually see that, or it doesn't come across to men as flirting, because men have to be more direct. So we almost kind of want it to be more direct. So I think that a couple of things that I would, if I can give, like, I don't know, advice or whatever, like, what I guess what I'm gonna say is, what would I, because I can't speak for all men, like, what would I like to see when it comes to flirting, and that's something you guys can think about. But any level of like directness, even if it's a small amount, right? Number one, compliments. If you compliment me, I assume that you're flirting with me. That's the truth.
I mean, because women don't do that.
Because they don't. Like,
they don't offer compliments.
It's like, I mean, we're talking about not people that you work with. We're
Right.
not talking about people that you go to church with or people that you're around all the time. I'm talking about, I've seen you one time.
Why do you do that though? Why do you automatically assume that they're flirting though?
Because he just said it. Women do not. They don't randomly compliment people.
Okay.
So
you
if
think that a random compliment is just a compliment because you do that, but
No, because I've received random compliments a lot of times when I'm out by
because
women.
you have the look,
you're not getting it.
No.
you're not getting it.
No.
You're not getting it.
No.
You don't get it.
No.
Okay. They're not random compliments.
They are.
No, they're not.
I was in Seattle or another state, another city, somewhere, and a woman walking by, oh, nice shoes. Thank you. Kept it moving. That's not flirting. That's just giving a compliment. I wouldn't. Why?
Maybe she found you attractive.
Mel, it doesn't.
I was with.
That doesn't mean
Yes,
anything.
and that's the reason why she's not flirting. You're with a girl. You're with somebody else. The fact that she gave you that compliment meant that she thought you was attractive.
No.
Yes, and you can't deny that.
No.
You don't know. You don't know.
No.
How come my shoes have never been complimented? I never get random compliments.
What are those? You know what I mean?
Wow.
No, it's just like.
I wear nice shoes sometimes.
You know what I mean? It's just, look, I don't think that it's, if they don't compliment, I don't think that it's necessarily flirting if a woman compliments you.
Okay, it's not 100% maybe. Maybe she's genuinely giving a compliment, right? That's okay.
But she probably thought you were attractive.
She probably thought you were attractive.
Okay.
See, here's the thing. You give compliments differently, right? And then you also have gotten compliments plenty of times. You've gotten women approach you. You're not going to see things from the same lens as us.
No.
I can't remember the last time a random woman, just I'm in the mall, I'm walking around, has been like, "Oh, that's a nice. Oh, you smell nice. I was with the kids and I was at a drive-through and I rolled down the window and the woman was just like, "Ooh, I like that shirt." That was an AHA shirt, you know what I mean? But I mean, I don't even get complimented in my AHA.
I mean,
She was flirting.
I mean,
She was flirting in the drive-thru. You think that's just flirting? Just because she's a woman and she give you a compliment?
she gave me a look.
Listen,
Man,
it's not Mel.
Y'all are wild.
Remove
If a woman
flirting.
compliments you, she's automatically flirting.
No, that's not what I'm
remove
saying.
flirting because you're not getting it. But she probably thought he was attractive.
Look, when I was skating, I went roller skating. I was dressed up, and I'm not dressed up, but I had some wacky, wild, out there colors. You know, I when I look at when I put together my wardrobe, I'm conscious of what I'm doing because I like a particular way I like to carry myself. And there was this maybe 50-year-old, she looks like she's maybe 50 or 60. And she said, "Wow, I love those pants." Was she flirting with me?
Mel, you are so hype right now.
No, was she flirting with me?
Mel, number one, we don't know.
Oh, now we don't know.
We
but
don't know. We don't know. But she probably thought you were attractive.
Okay, every time they flirt, that doesn't make sense.
You keep going back to the flirting. Erase that.
Okay, erase
She gave you the compliment. She probably thought you were attractive.
No.
I
completely disagree
Okay,
with that.
that's fine, Mel. You live in this
No,
world of sugar plum fairies.
No, it's not.
But that's also because you said you give compliments just because you want to make someone feel good.
No.
You said that. You said that.
I do not do it just to make them feel good. If I see something that looks good, that looks nice.
Right, but that's
I don't do it because it makes them feel good. I see it and it makes me feel good that they feel
So
good.
you
to
go
get that
out of your
compliment.
way to tell them that though too?
No, if for instance, if I was at Whole Foods today and they had some earrings that were like wrapped in some kind of stone. I was like, oh, those are really nice. Wasn't flirting, or sorry, not flirting. It was just a genuine thing because I would actually want one of those.
Yeah,
I wanted those.
Right.
And even a couple weeks ago, last weekend, there was these snake earrings that this girl had. I was like, oh man, I want those earrings.
Was she cute?
Yeah, she was.
Okay.
But that doesn't matter.
Was the girl in Whole Foods cute?
Nah.
Not at all.
Nah. The earrings were dope though.
Is it the girl that's been working there for a while, or is it a new girl?
Oh, they got
They
new workers.
be switching them out.
They
man.
got new workers,
Because
man.
I go in there and I be looking for certain ones.
They don't. Nah.
Yeah, I think that y'all concept is off.
That's fine.
Are you, okay.
I think y'all concept is off because
That's fine.
I think it's the way. Okay, or even if it isn't.
Well,
off.
here's the thing. We're guessing because, once again, we don't understand how women flirt. It doesn't come. That's what I'm saying. Here's the whole reason we're having this back
Give
and
us
forth.
the contrast, Mel. How do women flirt?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So
There you go.
them giving a compliment isn't a flirting,
I'm
but
not-
you don't know how they flirt.
You all are saying every time a woman.
That's
gives
not.
a
We've never said that.
compliment,
We've never said
time.
that.
They're flirting.
We're
Not
never
every
said-
time,
we've
but
never
that-
said
or
that.
find you
even
attractive.
in
why
the
does
responses,
why does
two
it have to be some kind of romantic thing involved besides someone genuinely just?
The
liking
reason
what you
why
have?
is because the majority of the time, most women do not give most men compliments at all. So when they do it, it's something unique or special. And if it's a unique or special, it means more than just simply a compliment. If women in mass and large gave men compliments freely the way that you did, then this would be off the table. They don't do that.
Okay.
Now, your experience is different, and this is what we're trying to get you to understand. I don't get random compliments ever, whether I look nice or whether I look like a
Ever?
bum. Mel, I never get random compliments from women. Oh, you look nice today. Oh, you smell
got
good.
More compliments from men about other things.
I definitely have gotten
than
more.
women.
I definitely have gotten more compliments from men.
Yeah.
And not on nothing homo. Just literally
Yeah.
out of respect. Like, oh, that's, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
I compliment guys too.
Yeah.
That's not even the point. The point that he was making is I get more compliments from the same sex than the opposite sex. I don't fit
Yeah,
the archetype.
that's crazy.
I don't fit the archetype. They don't want me.
They want you, Chris.
No, they
They
don't.
just
Like,
don't know it yet.
No.
honestly,
But we're talking about just a single interaction.
did we ever review that video of the woman? They was on doing like some little game show, and the engineer came on. Did we ever talk about that?
An engineer?
So they were somebody was doing this little game show, probably trying to just, I don't know, bite off of what Kendra G is doing or something. and it's like swipe right, swipe left. So they were doing it on Instagram. So the host would bring a girl on, and the girl would get to essentially swipe right or swipe left on guys. And so the guys would be in the queue wanting to talk to her. They bring them on, and then they had a safe word, pineapples, I think. So if she said pineapples, then the girl would like swipe left on them, basically, right? So this engineer comes on, good looking dude, no homo, good looking dude, military, about to.
We say pause now.
No, I don't care.
That's,
I don't even care.
That's so
I don't even care.
2008.
Because honestly, I wouldn't even say it at all. Besides the fact that people just gonna be like, oh, he likes guys.
Right, exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he was built well, very intelligent. She said, tell me about yourself. He talked about the books he likes to read. He's talking about the things he's accomplished. Very intelligent, solid dude. We don't know his personality. We don't know if he's a good guy or not. But based on what he gave her, he's attractive. He's clearly about to be making a lot of money. He's very intelligent. He's disciplined. Mm-hmm. Pineapples. So the internet, yes, internet blows up. Why'd you do it? He didn't have no personality.
See,
he didn't want to.
There you go.
He didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's me without. I don't got the muscles.
No muscles.
He got some muscles. He ain't human.
You, if you went on there, we could both be equally as good guys. You go in there, she's not gonna pineapple you just because. Like, if I say, yeah, I like researching ancient technology, pineapples.
She's gonna be like, what?
Like what? That's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's hard to grasp the concept of what women actually want, because, as I stated earlier, I'm back in the scene, and there's a lot of profiles that'll say, like, y'all, if the conversation dry and y'all having something to talk about, but then you match with these chicks.
And
they're dry.
I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers are tripping. like this, it's a, because there was this girl, bad, match with her. I'm just like, okay.
Body.
Huh. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, her name was Isabella. I was like, okay, match with her, had a little conversation, tried to attempt a conversation, and based on her response, I was just like, this ain't going nowhere. Just within the first two exchanges of us matching and me saying, good evening, how's your night been? And it was like,
good.
It's been good. And I'm just like, okay, I have nothing.
Don't even have the wherewithal to say, how was your night?
Right, return that. It has to be.
There's no reciprocation.
It has to be reciprocation.
Golly.
That's because when you have a lot of these women, you look at their, like, if you look at their inboxes, they're flooded. They're absolutely flooded with men that are trying to talk to them. So number one, especially in the beginning, they don't even know if they like you. They don't even know if you found something was good, so they match with you. But I mean, they're just giving you, like, they don't have the energy to give 100% to you because they're talking to 20 dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, regardless of that,
it doesn't even matter.
That
because don't put that on your page. Because if that was the case, then at least you should understand how to have a conversation, and you should know that you're not having a conversation. You're just replying. So don't put that on your page, because it's the ones that put it on their page that be the most likely to have dry conversation.
right.
I think attractive women genuinely struggle with thinking of something to even converse about, or to look at someone's profile and build up a conversation over.
Oh,
off of
100%.
that. It's just like, do you all, like, you're on this dating site with, what are your intentions? Are you trying? Because it's like, you try, you make a profile, cool, but when it's time to get to know one another, there's nothing.
Nothing.
And I get that it, like, sometimes people are much different than they are online versus being in person, but all I have right now is this online communication, and you're giving zero effort. And I don't care how attractive you are, that is completely unattractive. And it makes me view this beauty it makes me, like, when I see a beautiful person online, I'll be like, right. You know what I mean? Give me the average.
We have to go with the average.
So then you're going to get men who are going to just chase and chase and chase and chase, right? Because all they're giving is, they're not giving anything. So in order for them to have a conversation, he has to keep putting out And then I think we're all the same. If you do that to me very quickly, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. So then, of course, you're going to then get the same men that you end up with because of the same, you're giving out the same thing also.
Oh, and she blocked me or something like that. Because the conversation, because I was like, we were talking, and I was just like, so basically trying to, because a lot of times I'll be like, okay, maybe I'm just being
you.
I'm being me. I just need to be a little bit more patient, because I was just about to say, you know what, F this,
right.
Forget this, but I was like, okay, and so I tried to, where are you from? How you liking Texas? Are you enjoying this heat? How you liking the heat? I just use sunblock.
Oh my God.
Texas is nice. I'm just like, okay.
Nah, bro, it's over.
And I'm just, it sucked because she was actually bad.
Like, why did you even match with me?
Like, what is the point? What is the point? We literally had maybe an hour worth of conversation, and next day we're not even matched. And I'm just like, thank you. Because you know what? Like, it's being on those type of sites or being in those situations, I see how it's kind of like a demoralizing thing.
Right.
Because you see something that's attractive and that you like, and you're like, oh man, you have like, okay, man, if she has this personality that matches the way she look, especially if you're seeking love or seeking some kind of relationship, you get your hopes up. And because I was thinking about this, and I'm just like, I've done this in the past, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to start telling them, okay, I see this conversation isn't going anywhere. I wish you the best on this dating website, and just leave. Because there's no point of giving them the leverage of making you feel as if you're less or that you're not appeasing their interest when they're not giving you effort, If you're good, because people who are seeking and liking someone, they go hard and they do all this extra stuff, but it's not reciprocated, and that's demoralizing to people. So from now on, if they're attractive, I don't care. If they are attractive and they give me these dry ass conversations, I am going to rip their asshole in half. Because it's stupid. It's a waste of time. Yeah. It's a waste of time.
I mean, I understand that, and I feel you, but it's pointless.
I mean, it's
not going to do anything.
It's pointless, yes, but maybe they don't know that. They don't.
They don't know. They think that they're the prize, and I should just approach you, and you should entertain me gesture, and you should give me your resources, and just because I'm a woman, that I get all of these things. They think that. Yeah, they do. But it would take the majority of men to start doing that. Like, the culture needs to change so that they understand. You do realize you're actually the reason why you can't be with anybody. Like, you're the reason why.
Right. Literally. Everything that you're placing and you're saying and you're reciprocating, the way that you're conversing, this is why you're on this fucking website.
If you're that bad, you should have men in droves in real life throwing themselves at your feet. The problem is that you have pushed so many people away, or you just come off as somebody that's unapproachable, or nobody wants to deal with it.
And women lie. They will straight up lie. They will lie to get a date. They'll lie to go to dinner. They'll lie. Like, they will literally just lie because their heart's broken because some dude, usually there's some other dude that they've been talking to. Maybe they just broke up and she wants to get back at him or whatever. Yeah, I went out on a date last night and he was willing to do anything for me. Like, they'll try to use you as leverage. Like, women are very sinister at times. And not all women, not all the time. But what I'm saying is, we have been raised to believe women are queens and they're perfect and they never do anything wrong. And the reasons relationships never work out is because the men. It's always the men. And that's not even close to true. Especially nowadays. I mean,
there's an awakening, man.
Women are leaving. 80% of the marriages, the divorce is started by women. But it's not just the marriages. It's the relationships, too.
Oh, interesting. I just heard an update to statistic. If they are college educated, it's 90%.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
That's 90% what?
90% of women.
College educated women leave their husbands.
Leave their marriages.
Oh, wow.
90%
But it's not that's insane. That is insane. It's not even just marriages. Just think about relationships. I have left like 2 girls In my entire relationship life, I've been like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
I left one.
Have I left any relationships?
You probably haven't.
It's crazy. Like I had
You
to think about
probably
it. Like,
haven't.
wait a minute.
Cincinnati? Did you leave?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
One.
No. Hold on. Let's see. I'm not. I don't think I've ever. You know what? I haven't left relationships because I never want to hurt someone's feelings.
Well, whatever the reasons, it actually
That's
doesn't.
crazy. I never. What about you?
Who, me?
You.
I've left too. So what are you talking about? I ain't worried about nobody's feelings.
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking.
What are you asking me?
I'm asking you. How many relationships have you left?
2.
Okay, that's
I
what
said that earlier.
I didn't hear it.
It was the first thing I said. All right. Well, anyway.
You said 1. He said 2, and I said none.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So between the 3 of us, we have
got
3
3.
total. If we were women, it'd be like 25, 30.
Oh, I leave a man in a heartbeat if he don't.
And
Wow.
And this is what I'm saying. It's not just the marriages. It's not just the relationships. They're also going to leave the conversation. She blocked you. If you're having a conversation with a woman and it's not going exactly the way she wants, she's not going to say, hey, why XYZ? Or, hey, could you do this better? Or, hey, could we, she'll just leave. She'll just block you. They do it all the time. You're not perfect. So guess what? Blocked. I've got 100 more of you.
I mean, literally. I mean, there's a line. So they just.
But they're not 100 more of me, though. There's not 100 more of me. There's 100 more males, but there's not 100 more of me.
You're rare.
Yeah.
There's only one of you. There's only one of you. There's only one of me.
No. Now you're being too. No.
No, that's not what Chris.
No.
I mean, I get it.
No.
I get it. There's only one of me too, cuz. Yeah, me.
Now the archetype that I fit in when it comes to certain things. Now come on now. So but they would never know.
Right.
Don't
Correct.
even care to know.
Yeah.
But then they'll complain. I keep getting all these same guys. I saw a girl on a dating site that I had previously talked to years prior. Right? We met at church. Perfect. Right? That's every girl wants a spiritual man. They all say it. Met her at church. Invited her out to eat to dinner at church. Went and picked her up. All the courting things, everything. We would go for walks. I would read poetry. The whole.
Wait, you did all this?
Chris is reading poetry.
The whole 9. I mean, Steve, you know I used to do poetry back in the day. Like
what? My dude Chris used to be out there like
way back in the day. Okay, so the point is, and I'm not embellishing. I'm giving y'all the facts. I was attentive. Like I made plans. I was extremely intentional. Literally everything that women say that they want, I did for this girl. She literally ghosted me. Literally. We had plans after talking for a few weeks, probably wasn't even talking a month. We had plans. She was supposed to come over. I was going to make her cookies. We were going to watch a movie. Literally everything women. I want a guy that can cook. I want a guy that everything. She literally ghosted me.
Did she ghost you because the poetry, or she was like, "Yo, man, this poem, I'm not really."
No, Mel, she didn't ghost me. She ghosted me for whatever reason. Who knows? They don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm just not attracted to him. I'm just not feeling it.
Go through all this energy, all this effort.
Who even knows, bro? Like, who actually knows why? They just do it. Who knows?
And then you turn these men into savages.
And then
I'm there.
And then I see her. She's 40. And she's still looking for love.
Wow.
This is back when we were living in Louisville?
Yeah. So this is what, 10 about 10 years ago. She's still looking for love. Still looking for love. But everything that women holistically say they want, I did it. I'm not ugly. I'm sorry, nigga. I'm not ugly. I might not be attractive to you. I might not be your type. You might like a guy that's a little shorter, or more muscles, or darker, whatever. But I'm not ugly. So I'm an attractive dude. I'm giving you what you want. I didn't have the resources then that I have now, but she didn't know that. We had a luxury apartment. Shoot. Maybe she didn't like the fact that I had 2 roommates at the time. Who actually knows?
You'll never know.
Because she didn't say, right? She just ghosted. And she's now 40, and she's still looking for love.
Oh, Oh, she's going. Oh, we already know what's gonna happen there.
Oh, it's bro. She hit the wall.
We need a signboard. Where's Kevin when you need him?
She's hit the wall, baby.
Die alone or something.
Dang. She's hit the. Now the crazy thing is, she's becoming less attractive. I'm becoming more attractive.
Why is it that though? Why is it that way? When men, or it's like when men get older,
it's how it is.
I guess they grow more into who they are.
Yeah, men. Honestly, I don't think men in their 20s should be getting married. I genuinely like that's something that was fed to us. Our parents made that mistake, and look at us. Like we had it really hard because our parents got together in their early 20s, having all these babies, and it's not the age, it's the culture. Like, you know, the mindset of a 21-year-old nowadays, it's fractured. Like, it's, for the most part, it's not a healthy thing that you should be taking into a marriage. So men traditionally, I think, should be in their 30s when they're just a little bit more established. Like, why are there so many families struggling? Because the men can't provide, because they haven't found their passion. They're not disciplined. There's a lot of things men need to learn. So I think men should marry later. Women should marry earlier, though, because of what we're talking about now. They're just more, they have more value.
They peak earlier.
So the age difference is going to be...
A lot of cultures date older. Like, our culture is like one of the only ones that got a problem with that. Oh, you dating a baby. But like in many other cultures, the men date much younger women.
I mean, and I'm watching a show right now called Outlander, and it's an old show. And on this show, they, you know, this is back in the 1700s. You know, they kind of go back and forth with time travel. But a lot of the men in that time are all dating younger women. They're all courting younger women. You marry them. The daughters will get married off to these old men. Like, that's a normal thing, because at that time, if we really look at things, that is when things are women peak.
How
right?
young we're speaking about?
What?
How young?
18, 20.
Because I know some cultures, or once the woman has their period,
Yeah.
it's for slim pickings.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that.
But see, here's the thing, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but it's okay. I say a lot of unpopular things.
It's all good. It's what it is.
Nature has determined that woman is ready to bear a child.
Yeah.
Who are we to say that? Oh no, the culture, the society. Now, don't get me wrong. These women nowadays, oh no, we need to lock them. We need to lock them up. They don't need to be having. But when you look at nature, whatever created dogs created us, right? Whatever created birds created us. These animals, they a couple years and they're having babies. You know what I mean? I think it's just weird. We're so messed up.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to look at it now, because we're going to look. Okay, so if a woman gets her, I don't know, 14, let's say 14.
I think that's a good age to say that's where they're beginning.
Okay, so if she gets it at 14, we're comparing a 14-year-old today and saying, no way.
Yeah.
Right? But we don't know what the culture was like 100 years ago, 200 years ago.
Way more mature. I mean, they're growing up. They're learning how to be wives. They're taking care of households.
They're farming.
They're farming.
They're making
clothes.
clothes.
At 14, they're a grown woman.
They're probably doing more than women that are 21 are doing now.
Yeah.
And they're probably also not out partying, and you know what I'm saying?
I see. I mean, women now. Like, one of my friends just had her daughter just turned 17. She's about to turn 18. And I'm just like, I couldn't even imagine, like, even looking at a girl that age, like, they're children. Like,
right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there was a, I don't know if I sent you guys this video, but there was a pastor. Did I send you guys that video? Let me
say something real quick, Steve. Hold that. Just so y'all know, I have zero interest in young women like that. 13, 14, 15,
oh, yeah.
19,
I think that goes
20.
Without saying.
No, because I know how people are. Yeah. I have zero interest in that.
I can't even. Like, thing is, I used to only be attracted to women that are older than me.
Yeah.
I've only dated older women, and it only became once I became like an established adult. That was like, okay, maybe I'll do like maybe a couple years younger than me, you know. But yeah, there's nothing attractive about a child.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, man, I mean, the lowest I'm looking at,
so adorable.
28, 29, maybe. But like, my floor is like 30 at this point. Like,
nah, I'm going to 24.
Oh, my floor is probably about 24, 25.
I mean, well,
Because I'm also unlearning, right, the conditioning as well.
Yeah, because I've learned that, or at least through experience and just the way that I are communicating with women, that the older you are stuck in your ways.
Well, also you got to remember. So let me just make, I guess, to make it make sense. Just my past, right? Being in a relationship, she was much younger than me, and there's trauma there. So I don't want. So I see that as like I don't want to.
Right, you trying to do the
right.
opposite.
So just
you'll balance. You'll find balance.
Right, so that's. I just want that to make sense. But
And I'm not necessarily. I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
I completely understand that. But I don't think necessarily an age dictates a person's personality.
It doesn't.
Or who that person is. Because if I was to meet, when we're on that cruise, the girl that I met there, if I was to meet her here. So, and she was much younger than me, much younger. But the way she carried herself, her personality, the way she engaged in conversation.
And we need to stop pretending like a 24-year-old woman's a child. Like, we need to stop acting like these women they're immature and they're young. Bro, you should be extremely grown at this point. Like,
particularly women. I mean, and it's not like saying, well, women have to be more mature, but I mean, this is this life.
Women mature faster than.
But
whatever.
I mean, older men typically date younger women.
But at the end of the day, honestly, it's like, stop trying to act like, even at 21, like this is a grown. No, see, this is what I'm talking about. Look, I understand that the maturity level of a lot of women at 21 nowadays is in the toilet. I get it.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, it's not just because of their age. It's their environment. It's their upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not to say that, yeah, of course, most probably 24-year-olds or 25-year-olds I wouldn't have any interest in. But that's not to say that there isn't one, because I was very, very mature at that age.
I would date a 25-year-old or a 24-year-old. But it would for Steven, because of what I've been through, she would have to be very mature, like emotionally on my level.
It's you know what? I just well balanced. Like, if she's balanced, because maturity is something that happens over time, and with experience.
As you learn, you'll change,
or at least an
naturally.
eagerness to learn.
Eagerness to learn and well balanced. I think you could do a lot with somebody who is well balanced. Like, they can see both sides and they can understand. They can take good advice.
I can accept that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The problem is, women are very extreme at that age, and probably because of the chemical imbalances they deal with. There's a lot of hormone. I saw this post by this girl the other day. She was like, I'm not even gonna lie, well, she cussed, but she basically was like, I'm a hormonal mess. That's basically what she was saying. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of them that are. That won't admit it or don't even understand that
Birth
they are.
control, the skincare products, the hair dyes, our food.
Lipstick.
And there is so much more that women are exposed to than men because of all the chemicals you put on your skin. Your skin literally is absorbing all of those chemicals that you put on. And I think that's a lot of times people don't understand that your skin is alive. It breathes. It has pores. It absorbs. Right, so all that stuff, all the foundation and the eyeliner, and I mean, just the glue you put on your lashes. I mean, and it's just more and more and more
every day.
It's like,
and their faces are breaking out like crazy,
and then they put more makeup over it to cover it.
It's frustrating because it's like, men aren't particularly saying y'all need to do all this. Like, and I feel
they're
like
doing it for them.
Hey, listen, that's fine. But
and other women,
and other women, because women are the ones that shame other women in comments. And you look at Instagram or whatever. It's not particularly men. Like, men aren't saying you need to put on more makeup. Men aren't saying you need to go get this BBL. I mean, maybe some do, but
a lot of times men say you don't need all that.
Right. That's what I see that a lot. Like, you don't even need all that. Well, I want it. Okay. I'm not doing it for you. And women say all the time, we're not doing it for the men. Okay, cool. Well, don't blame us because we're not telling you to do this, but be open to understand that it's actually actively hurting you.
Yeah.
Like,
I tell women when I date them, you wearing makeup creates zero attractiveness. I am not attracted to it at all. If you want to wear it, fine. But it creates zero. I do not like it at all.
There's a time and a place You know, like if you feel like you want to really do yourself up, right? I mean, there's some things you can do. But what's happening is that makeup is being used as a
Concealer.
as a concealer for bad habits. And it's like, well, listen, you eat something and something pops up in your face. Oh, it's okay, just use more foundation. Like, so it's like, well, you don't have to worry about the bad habits because you have the makeup, and then if you take pictures or you do videos, you have editing software, and then you have filters. And then you have it's crazy. Like, even when you're like dating and stuff, and you see these profile pictures and they have makeup on, which is already a natural filter, and then it's who knows if it's edited outside of a filter, right? And then of course they have the filter. It's like, bro, who are you? And it's crazy. Like, and women don't see women's profiles because you can only see men's. Yeah. But like, if I think that if women saw some of these profiles we see, it is crazy.
Literally, this is not even me being mean. Like, I'm saying this as sincere as I can. Some women look like clowns. Like, they look like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. I think her name was.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Like literally.
Like, it's, I mean, like, sometimes, like, I'll say something and I'll be like, oh yeah, well, she would probably look better if she didn't have a filter on. And then the girl would be like, well, how do you know she has a filter on it? Like, are you serious? You can't look at this picture and tell there's a filter on it?
It's too flawless. It's too perfect.
Like, there's no texture to her skin.
Oh, wow.
Everything is smooth. There is no she has no bumps on her face. Like she has there's no shadows, right? There's no shadows that are on her face. It's even a good filter. You can tell when there's a filter because it does certain things. But a lot of times women are so used to taking pictures on Snapchat, which they automatically filter. It's like you can't even tell the difference between a regular picture and a filtered one. It's like, it's crazy. So,
in the same vein that we were speaking about when it comes to the age, which I wanted to touch on a lot earlier, but the R. Kelly, you know, he just got sentenced.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he got sentenced to 30 years.
God!
Wow.
They gave him 30 years?
For one.
Wow.
For one case. There's still other cases that needs to be done.
Wow. He's done.
He's done.
Yeah. So.
What do you know? What was? Because I didn't follow. I mean, I heard stuff.
I can't give you the particulars of it because it's so much.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily, care. But it's I know he got 30 years for whatever, some woman, underage chick or whatever.
So it wasn't rape or
no? I don't know as much either. But as far as I know, he didn't rape anybody. It was always consensual. But I think
underage.
Yeah, I guess there was like some underage girls, and then also there were some girls that I don't know if he forced them to stay because it seemed like they were never forced to stay, but they were like coerced to stay in his house. Oh. So I don't know.
Yeah, but he got 30 years. So there's a lot of
him.
Yeah. That's salty, man. Yeah. But it is what it is.
I mean, hey, listen, he made his you made your choices, you know?
And it all depends, right? It all depends on if he got Bill Cosby'd or if what he did, if it was really
Cosby
because, court of public opinion says, yeah, R. Kelly's guilty. Well, that's because what the news media wants you to think.
Yeah.
That may not actually be what happened.
That's what I'm always thinking. Like, yes, there's like, I guess sex tapes or of him like peeing on a child or something like that. You see?
Yeah, but he got off on that. That was never proven
because they said it was his brother or it's not him or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know the particulars of that. But they also they talk about how he, he has a lot more women and all this, and they also are trying to compare like him to Michael Jackson.
What?
And I'm just like, Michael Jackson didn't even he didn't get convicted of anything.
He never. Michael Jackson's squeaky.
Yeah, like people are. When you're in that celebrity...
Well, they said that he had boys over his house and stuff.
No, Michael Jackson's squeaky.
I mean...
He was never convicted of anything. They never found anything.
Yeah, he was never convicted.
There was the court of public opinion.
Of course.
Oh, no. It was maybe the FBI investigated him. They had cameras and listening devices and everything. Wow. So no, I ain't about the... But you see, right, with Now that he's dead, all this information comes out. But when it was in the time, no, he's guilty. He's doing all this. It's the same thing like R. Kelly. It could be the exact same thing.
Yeah, so that's why like I would always question like, what really did happen? But then I'll think like, what about the core issue? You know, as Chris likes to speak about a lot of times is how he was brought up. He was, I guess, abused as a child, young, and so he has some kind of affection, you know, towards that an older person and a younger person type of relationship. Yeah. And so he's affected by that, you know? And like, instead of giving him 30 years, like, because we create these laws, but we don't necessarily look at the way people were brought up. Like, you create these laws that will keep people, that you will condemn people because they act in a way that's according to the way they were brought up, you know, based on society's standards. But we, instead of just trying to align them to how society says you should function, we throw the book at them and say, you're a bad person and you need to spend the rest of your life in this prison.
How old is he?
He's like 40, 50 maybe? He's up there. 40,
50-ish.
He might. If you get
no,
30,
he's not.
If you
no.
get 30, you get out.
He said that's one.
Yeah, that's only
How
one.
many do you think he's going to get?
I mean, he's already been in prison forever. But this is only for one count.
Yeah, he was trying to get out during COVID.
Yeah, but there's other cases that are still, you know, that are going to happen if he goes to court. So.
Basically, the only way he'll get out is if somebody comes back and they're like, yeah, you know what, we lied.
Yeah.
Which is what happened with Bill, right? Like, they was just like,
And another question pertaining to this, do you all, well, I know, but as far as his music goes, because I know Chris doesn't really listen to music like that, but like, if you hear his music, are you turning it off? Are you like, oh, I'm not listening to this music? Because based on how he's being perceived or his cases, are you comfortable with listening to his music?
So to be honest with you, I mean, R. Kelly really doesn't. He's not gonna come across my playlist anyway.
I'd be thinking the same thing, yeah.
But
some of the songs he wrote will.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a lot of songs he wrote.
Yeah. So if you're gonna cancel his music, cancel all of it. All the stuff he wrote by your favorite artist, cancel that too.
So no, I'm not gonna turn it off. But I'm also not gonna go out of my way if I'm at an event.
Like, yo, let me listen to R. Kelly.
Like I Believe I Can Fly. That
was DJ.
Back in the day. I mean, that was all over the place.
All I'm saying is if they play Step in the Name of Love.
Weddings, right?
Huh?
They played that at weddings?
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
But weddings, basketball games. I mean, it was a Space Jam. I mean,
Step in the Name of Love
at a wedding. That's a wedding song.
Side to side, round and round, touch the ground, separate, bring it back. Hey, I'm rocking out, man. I'm telling you, I'm rocking out because there's a lot of.
It doesn't.
It isn't this because I don't necessarily agree with everything that he did or anything that he did, and. It's hard for people to separate the artist from the actual music because when I'm stepping in the name of love, I'm not thinking about children.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just stepping in the name of love.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Back to your earlier point. R. Kelly was abused early on, which that was the root cause of why he did it. I'm gonna be honest and say that if he had sexually abused my underage daughter, of course, as a father, I would want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So let's just put that out there. Let's get that on the table. Now, but to your point, there's a greater problem that needs to be addressed. Maybe instead of giving him 30 years in prison, we develop a program to help facilitate his healing.
Yeah.
And you're in this program until we feel like you are better. You know,
but in 15 years, man, and he does like 5 of them in a mental facility or something, you know, rehab.
But
something.
Obviously, that's not going to work, right? Like a traditional facility, we would have to restructure everything because those facilities don't help you either. So,
well, this is where you have these situations where you put them. I won't say a halfway house because you know then they have access to the outside world, but I mean they have there's facilities out there.
I'm just saying listen, you can monitor him 24/7. You know what I mean? And the goal would be to actually help him so he doesn't keep doing this.
So here's the thing, and I think that to your point, Mel and Chris, it's the saying hurt people, right? People that are victims of sexual abuse or sexual assault are typically, or there's a very high likely that they will do the same thing, particularly in men. So this is how this stuff happens. These are generational curses.
Exactly.
Right? These aren't the generational curses that people talk about in church. Oh, the devil's after my life. No, these are generational curses, right? Because men particularly, they're not talked about, right? You talk to women now, and we've been in classes with people, Chris, where you talk about how their people's uncles touched them and their grandfathers, and it's always the men, right? And because they were
abused,
touched, right? So it's the cycle that
hurt people.
Right. Hurt people. And it's a cycle. So it has to end somewhere, and just throwing them in jail doesn't end it. And really, it's like if they don't know any better, this is what they know, like Mel said. Like,
it's their lifestyle.
Right.
Like, they don't think that they're doing anything wrong.
Right. Because when they were innocent and they were being programmed, that program was added to their subconscious.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things that that needs to be fixed within the society. Like, yes, it sucks.
It sucks.
And there's only so much that you can do. I wish they helped versus,
Well, that's what jails were supposed to be. Rehabilitation centers.
Yeah,
but then they changed them to just lock you up.
A legit business.
I don't have a problem with taking you out of general population. Right. I don't.
General population is in society.
Society, not Gen Pop.
Okay.
But what I'm saying,
I don't know nothing about that.
but what I'm saying is take you out of general population and put you somewhere where you can genuinely work through the healing. And if you don't heal, you don't get to go back out.
Right.
Right. But so that we can start helping people and fixing these. And guess what? For somebody who goes through something like that, now they become even maybe potentially a spokesperson and an advocate for other people who have experienced what they experienced. And now maybe more holistically, we can start getting solutions.
Because here's the thing. Let's look at it honestly. If let's say that he gets 30 years, right? Good time is a real thing. So let's say he gets 30, he does 20 or 19 or whatever, right? They commute a sentence. Who knows? He's got connections.
They said he already got beat up in jail.
I'm sure. Anytime it's like rape, abuse,
or
anything
like that,
it's over.
like, yeah. So let's say he does 20 years, right? And if he's 40, let's say if he's 45 or something, right? He gets out and he's 65. That doesn't, if you're not going to heal, particularly in jail, right? I mean, especially if you don't feel like you did anything wrong. Right? Now, there's a difference between him being outside of jail and then him trying to stay out by just saying, I didn't do anything, da-da-da-da, right? There's a difference between doing that and then now you're in jail, you're convicted, and you're like, all right, I was wrong, right? And even in this situation in particular, I think it's even more difficult to say that you were wrong because then now you're in jail and you are going to actively get beat up or you're going to actively get abused for the rest of the time that you're there.
And to keep it 100, I think he's going to commit suicide.
I don't think he's going to make it.
I think he's going to do that or something along those lines.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's going to be rough.
30 years to get your ass whooped?
I mean, I don't think he's not going to do 30 years. But unless he has multiple.
Well, that's what.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in there for 30 years. He could get out alive, but it's just like, bro,
he's gonna be messed up.
His life, their entertainment. But yeah, it sucks. It happens. That's just part of the society that we in. Another thing that I want to touch on before we wrap is I'm not sure if y'all heard, but Bill Gates. Y'all familiar with this?
Bill Gates' daughter.
I know.
Oh yeah, Bill Gates' daughter got a brother. We in there, baby.
I saw that.
I think you sent that to us.
I didn't, but you did. Oh, okay. But yeah, Bill Gates' daughter, she has a brother.
Yeah.
We infiltrated, man.
We infiltrated
the Gates.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he definitely infiltrated the Gates.
I feel like he's in that movie.
Get Out.
Get out. Yeah.
I feel like he's
hey, bro, ain't no good coming out of that. It sounds good. It looks good. Nah, Get Out.
I mean, and from what I could tell, she looked like she had a lot of makeup on, but she might be attractive. I don't know. I haven't really seen her.
I didn't look into it more than
like
that.
a basic white girl.
Okay, she's had a lot of makeup on that picture.
But if you come up on some Bro, where you
some
go?
of that old
Bro,
Gates.
if you come up on
Some
some
of
of
that
that,
Gates boom boom.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would run so.
I would too.
because
They're way too powerful. Way
They're so evil. It just doesn't even.
it's so much. Hey man,
Yeah.
I don't know. Man.
Listen, from the outside in, I'm like,
me in
go
the
for
wheel.
it, man.
Right.
Go for it.
Put
But
me in the wheel.
they are so
talking about
smart
a
and
tire.
powerful. Do you think that they're gonna let him get?
Of course not. This dude is buying all of Africa, ain't he, or something like that?
Gates, he's behind
he's trying.
everything.
China is really.
Oh, yeah,
it's
China.
more of like a control effort, but
Yeah, but he's
you
like,
can't. Africa is enormous. It is very hard to buy Africa. Like it's not gonna happen.
but they're basically converting it, trying to make it a new China in a sense, like, or he's like testing all these different things on them,
Oh my God!
you know.
They are-
But he's doing it because he cares about people. But but how do you all feel about that? Do you feel that it's cool that that Bill Gates' daughter,
I didn't even know you had a daughter.
I didn't either.
well, obviously,
I have zero feelings about. I do not care.
yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, man. I think that when I saw it, I thought it was pretty cool. But I mean, let's be honest. He is so incredibly powerful. There's no way that he's going to allow his daughter just to date just a random dude. There's a very good chance that he is arranged, or they've had he's not just letting his daughter just date just some
So that
random,
you think that dude is a somebody, or the
low key, low
okay.
key, right? A business a business associate
Of someone
his,
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're the Gates family and whoever their family is. They're tight, so they can now date because they
Yeah.
know each other. Their money's together, something like that. But it ain't just some random dude she met in college.
Yeah, a lot of things that I see when it comes to like people who are in positions of power, like far as like making a lot of money or whatever, they're. Did y'all see that model who got arrested? They call him like Prison Bay or something like that.
With the
light
eyes
skin, pretty
and-
eyes.
Yeah.
No, he got arrested and then he became a model.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah, he got
I know
arrested
you-
and they took his picture and they were like, "Yo, this guy's gorgeous."
Yeah, and then,
But yeah, that's what I'm
Prison
talking
Bay,
about.
okay.
Yeah, they call him Prison Bay, but he ended up with if it's not one of the Rockefellers, it's
Wow,
it's a
what?
$1 billion a woman who is $1 billion.
That's insane.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, he went from a model or from a prison dude to people like, yo, who is that? He's bad.
Shout out to the convicts.
To being a model and then to being in a relationship with a billionaire.
Anything's possible, baby.
That's America. So hold on, let me see if I can find.
Now you're gonna have dudes out there just trying to stunt on they pictures.
right.
His name is Jeremy Meeks.
Meats.
Meeks.
Jeremy was swinging in
let
meats.
Meeks.
Let's see, Jeremy
He was swinging in meats.
Meeks. Where's his wife?
Oh, he's
Dang.
married.
Prison Bay's married?
No, who was it? No,
Man, he out here swinging in meats.
what's his wife? It says I guess her name was Melissa, but who was she before?
She had a different name?
She was a billionaire, something like
Oh,
that.
so he's not with the billionaire anymore.
Legally married, because I know he got divorced or something, like spotted with his ex-wife Melissa following breakup from billionaire Chloe Green. That's Chloe Green. Was
So
a
let's look
billionaire.
up Chloe Green. What she looking like?
Probably a little bad.
She like a Kardashian Chloe, or she like Chloe
Green.
used to be all right before she did all that.
Right. I
Chloe-
liked her when she was normal. Now,
She
I mean,
ain't.
They actually kind of look good together.
Yeah.
Like they actually kind of go
they kind of
together.
got the same skin tone and everything.
Shit, man. She
See, but that's the thing. Like, he's a convict and she's a billionaire and he left her. Or she left him.
I think he left her, but.
Right? So the money, you know what I
And
mean?
there's this rapper. He's with a Rockefeller chick. That's his name. Jay.
Z?
No.
Stop
it's
it.
Beyonce. Come on now. It's the rap. But it's just like he's a rap. Erykah Badu has a child by him. I can't remember his name. But it's just the fact that these billionaires, they somehow find attraction to the melanated.
Interesting.
Melanated
Yeah,
people.
kind of reminds me of a conversation we was having earlier.
Who gonna break my soul?
What's that talking?
Who gonna break my soul?
What kind of conversation you talking about, man?
That dude has edge.
Oh, yeah, he has edge.
That dude has edge.
He has edge.
Yes,
You
he
know
might
what?
have more
We're not
edge.
doing this.
He might have.
I am not edgy.
He might have more edge than you, but
So y'all consider me edgy?
I don't. But women do.
Do you consider me edgy, Steven?
I think that you have something that a lot of women want.
It's not about what we consider. It's about how women.
What, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? You got Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I still got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man.
Do you?
They want them. They want that dang
All of them? No,
cascade.
you get.
I got all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Really?
I have every single last.
They want that dang blue eyes
got-
white dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Give me
give
the
me a-
red eyes black dragon.
Hey man, I better not find none of my cards with your cards, man.
None of my cards.
We want
are
that
anywhere
dang-
Because
near
Magician.
you be confetti and stuff.
I have my still. Oh yeah, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed away. So,
I saw that.
so not shout out, but rest peacefully to the guy. You know what I mean?
What's his name?
I don't know.
You
Yeah,
you
nah.
can't say
I
that.
can't. You can't say the names. You just gotta know them. That was very racist, Steven. I didn't know you were racist.
Wow.
They're hard to say.
No, they're not. You just say them.
Well,
What's
you
his
got.
name?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, let's look up his name. The Yu-Gi-Oh creator. The creator.
Is that racist?
Yeah, that's racist.
Is it?
I mean,
Kazaki Takahashi. That's
Let me see it.
Kazaki.
Kazuki.
Bro.
Sorry.
Kazu-
That's Kazuki Takahashi.
Kazuki.
Yeah. So rest in peace to Kazuki Takahashi.
He didn't look very old.
Nah, I don't know how he died.
Okay.
but-
Was he murdered?
Well, also though, they stay looking young though.
He is not old.
No, he's not old, but
So
That's the thing. The culture of the Asian, Japanese, Chinese, that particular part of the world.
go ahead. Sorry.
Not go ahead.
No.
No, I'm just saying they'll be like 70, but them motherfuckers be looking like 20.
well,
They have. Did you know that they have, out of all of the cultures, at least that are recorded? We're not talking about like Africans and the tribes and stuff that are not recorded, but they recorded that Japanese have the overall longest lifespan.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, recorded. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
recorded.
Yeah, obviously you can't, but
I think that their average lifespan is 85. Guess who has the lowest?
America.
We do.
Of course, because America is bullshit.
We have the lowest. We have the lowest lifespan.
You know it's wild when you get awareness. You just see things, and it's hard to even like even when looking at dating profiles. I'm just like, yo, this country is so crazy,
We're
man.
trash. We're
Like
so trash.
people, their values are completely misaligned, or they're aligned to things that aren't beneficial to their well-being. The point of view, the way they see the I don't know, man. It's just like I am completely turned off by it.
You got to imagine. I mean, the Asian culture, they have been around for centuries. I mean, decades. Like, I mean,
went down.
America is 200 years old. What?
You went from centuries to decades.
I mean, I'm just so whatever, man. Decades to centuries. Fix it in post.
I
Make
can't
it
fix
make
that.
No, fix it.
That's staying in.
But you know, but
Call me edgy. That's
right.
staying in.
But
How are you mad about
I'm
that?
not mad. I'm just not edgy. I just don't get
okay,
it.
but you are.
Okay, you're a square.
Okay.
I'm definitely okay. I'd rather be a square.
No, but
I
you're
am a
not.
square.
But
That
you're
makes
not.
no sense.
I'm a square.
But you're not.
I am a square.
But you're not.
Mel, you are. What
I would rather be a
What
square.
are we
I
doing
don't
here?
understand. You can't change who you are.
Man, you know what? Enough. We're gone. Enough of this episode. Chris James, Stephen
This
Michael,
man.
Animated Mel. We will see you all next time. Subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. And
Tell us how you flirt.
yeah, tell us how you flirt, women and
I
guys.
mean, you could ask
And
guys.
also, I want to know: do you think that every time you hear a compliment from a woman that they're flirting for you, or they think you're attractive?
Whoever said that?
You
We
all
didn't say every time, but we said most.
You said every time.
195, whatever. The bulk of the time is because
195.
whatever. I changed it.
Let's say 80%, right?
80%. Everything
there
is
you go.
80-20,
So
you know?
80. Well, that's a pretty.
I mean, there's actually a really good book that I read
called 80-20.
80-20 principle.
Yeah, it's
a
real thing.
No, it applies.
It's definitely
it definitely
a thing.
applies. Definitely applies. But women, let me know if you attract or if you like a guy. Do you flirt with him and tell him, hey, you like this looks good, and this is the only reason why I'm flirting with you. I think you're attractive.
Oh my God!
I mean, let us know in the comment section below. But we
and also with your stories,
That's
since
right.
we're gonna do all these stories and stuff. Make sure you tell us the outcomes, because if you're saying you flirt with the dude a certain way, did he pick up on it? Did he recognize it? Did you exchange numbers? I want to hear full stories.
Okay, well,
You don't got to be long.
Oh well, full story as long as you want it to be. I'll read it. He ain't gonna read it.
No,
I'll read it.
I'm not.
So yeah, man, we'll see you all next time. You all take care and have a beautiful day
Peace.
and love.